Hello, this is Bridget Rao with Divine Essentials. Alright, guys, we're going to talk about the Crown Chakra. This is the last of the chakras, and it is the one above your head, or at the crown of your head, for the Crown Chakra. So, you would like to wear the color white, or the color like violet. I have it here, violet or white. This is the color. I didn't even know, I was like, just now, in this moment, realizing as I held that up. I put this shirt on last night after I took a shower and went to bed, and now I'm doing this before my friend gets here. But these are the types of things that you might start to notice when your crown chakra is open and receiving, and you are connected and in alignment with spirit in a way that like your whole life becomes synchronicity. Your whole life becomes like you're aware of it. You're aware of the little signs and the little you're on the right tracks and the 333s and all of those things. And if you feel like you're cut off from that, or you're not seeing as much of that, it's literally just about becoming aware of it and like looking for it. Slow down, take in your surroundings. For many of us, this has come about. Those of us who are empaths and things, a lot of us have gotten to this level because our early childhood was so chaotic. We were in high alert, like we have a wider view that we can see peripherally because we had to be aware of our surroundings to survive. But later on in life, when we heal and we become aware and we slow down, it's like we can breathe and we can allow and we can see that we're no longer in danger, but we're surrounded by more messages and more guidance and more spiritual alignment as we go through this world, and we give ourselves that time to heal from that earlier state. But instead of turning off those gifts or that evolution from just like basic instinct to heightened instinct, we can now switch that over into a spiritual level, into our evolution up here, which is basically what's going on with your crown chakra. So wearing white, wearing the color violet, eating things that are those colors, eggplant, cabbage, whatever, it doesn't matter. You could even just envision your meal as purple or white, or any meal that you eat, bless it before you eat it, like put your hands over it and just beam it with beautiful, powerful white light. And if you're trying to feed your chakras, or you're trying to feed a specific one, be aware of that specific energy and frequency, the intentions of what it connects to. And basically with this one, it is, the spiritual one. It is the one to source. It is the one to our intuition. If it's unbalanced, you may be dealing with mental disorders, fear, being very materialistic, memory or learning problems, apathy, feeling broken, or spiritual crisis. So that's when we get shut off. That's when we go to fear. And I've said this before recently. It's like people always think that their anxiety is their intuition, and it's not. They're like, oh, I just know, oh my God. Your intuition, your spiritual connection, all of that stuff, like it can come up in the face of danger, of like, this is a dangerous thing, don't be dumb. But it's never fearful. It's like, it just knows. It's very powerful. It's very present. It's very it just knows. A lot of times we will trick ourselves into thinking that our intuition is informing us of something bad that's going to happen, and then we create the something bad happening because we're focused on the something bad happening, thinking that we're knowing, from our intuition. And it's a very fine line, and it takes time, and you will probably mess up in your life. We all make mistakes. But a lot of times it's like, you're better safe than sorry. But it depends on what you're doing it around, because sometimes you could be, you know, sabotaging your life out of the idea of, oh, I'm just trusting my intuition and I'm not following my guidance, or I'm not following my calling, or I'm not following my soul because I feel like scared. I'm a little nervous about it. I don't want to get made fun of. Baba boop. Oh, my intuition says right now is not the time. And then my least favorite thing that I've seen so many people do, and I'm like, it's a cop out. When people are like, oh, Spirit said, Spirit told me. I'm like, no, they fucking didn't. Because they wouldn't. They wouldn't do that. Especially when it's like when someone's being an asshole, or it's just, you'll pay attention, okay? Again, this crown chakra is just about awareness. Pay attention to people, what they're saying. It doesn't matter if they're spiritual or not. It doesn't matter if they say, and there's a lot of people out there who are like, oh yeah, Spirit is talking to them. That could be, like, some people may not be like really hearing that. Some of them may be. They could be listening to difficult spirits too. Like, they could be listening to dark spirits, entities, things that are not of the light. Because there's a fine line between what spirit will be like, ba-ba-ba-da-boop, and how they're going to say it. And again, that could be the channel. So if, like, spirit's like, oh, ba-ba-ba-da-ba, and the channel's like, yeah, ba-ba-ba-ba, it'd be like, Spirit probably stop using that channel to deliver certain things if they are noticing, like, a theme where it's like, you're just ripping people apart and you're not being nice. Like, there is, and again, everybody has their way of doing things. For myself, when I work with the emissaries of light, even when I have to tell somebody something horrible, they do it in a way that's empowering and loving and kind and nice and logical. Now, how the person responds to it will be up to the person. Sometimes you can give people all the facts and all the love and all the compassion and all the care and all the empathy and all the fucking time that you got, and they still will get mad and triggered, and they still won't take it well. But as star seeds, remember that you're planting seeds, and you don't necessarily need to see the growth of the seed in that moment to know that, like, whatever you did, whatever you were guided to do by Spirit, without using that as a cop-out, without using that as, like, well, Spirit told me, like, don't do that shit. I don't do that shit because I don't think that shit is cool to do, and I won't do that shit to people because it's just not fair to do to people. Sorry, I'm making sure my friend isn't here, and I can't talk for some reason. Also, the mantra is Om, okay? Om, Om, or silence. So just sitting in silence, envisioning white light, asking Spirit to communicate through you, filtering out and asking for divine, like highlight, the love, the peace, and get to know the difference between your anxiety and your fears and your intuition. And you'll notice, I feel like you're probably going to know what I mean too. There's some people out there that it's like they have like an attitude and they back themselves with Spirit rather than themselves. And I did say, like, you can give away some of the responsibility with Spirit, but it's still your responsibility to not be an asshole and to not lie about your spiritual, like, guidance too, because I'm a walking lie detector. I can feel it. And then, like, if somebody's telling you that, that's not something you should be listening to, because it's always like, yeah, Spirit, like, I don't, just some horrible bullshit. Like, it's not aligned. It's not high vibrational. It's not something divine. It's not something that Spirit would be doing. Maybe an ancestor would be, maybe, like, their alter ego, maybe whatever. But a lot of times you will see, like, especially like with an angel or something, it's like, yeah, no, Archangel Michael most definitely did not say he was gonna, like, kill your whole family and torture you. You know what I mean? Like, stupid stuff like that. So again, knowing the connection to Spirit and to the universe, the violet, the white, the silence, the Om. If it is balanced, you're going to feel spiritually aligned, blessed, unity, wisdom, open-minded, peaceful, connected to the universe, and you'll have a strong nervous system, which is, again, what I mean. nervous system is your anxiety system. Your nervous system is your beep, 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 beep system. So if you think people are like gonna try to kill you and you're on high alert, you're probably not connected to the divine, because if you were connected to the divine, you would trust and know that I'm divinely protected, I'm good, and I cannot die. And I don't mean that in the sense that you cannot physically die, because you could. Somebody could kill you. And you may feel it intuitively when they're coming to do it. But there will be a deeper knowing to spirit of you aren't capable of actually dying. Only your physical body can be unalived, you know? So, yes. And using those colors, and using your intention, infusing your food with white light, infusing your body with white light. Every day when I take a shower, I ask Archangel Michael to cut all the cords and to infuse me with all the white light and all the protection. I open my vortex whenever I do things, and I ask for protection, transmutation, so that nothing negative is coming in. And if it is, I become aware of it real quick. And then I get the confirmations about it when I'm on the right track. Spirit will show me things. And also, we got to remember our creation of things. So it's like we could be creating things out of a desire to have those things. But Spirit could be guiding us and showing us things that we may not desire, but are for our highest and best. So again, it's like, it's hard to explain other than like your inner compass should know. Like, we know what's good and bad. We know when we're being nice and not nice. We know when we're in the truth and when we're in the lie. We know when we're in the light and when we're in the dark. And I think sometimes people get stuck in the dark, or they get manipulated by the dark, or they get like pulled in there and they focus on the wrong things, and it keeps them there. But if you can focus on like the goodness in people, regardless of what they're doing in the moment, regardless of what the surroundings are, regardless of the past, of the what ifs could possibly happen, just get back into the moment and know that we're all struggling. And then the inner, like, this is probably something I should do with compassion, you know, not being hateful, not being motivated solely out of self, not being motivated solely out of financial gain, not being motivated out of, you know, just your needs being met only, like sexually, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, whatever. When we are connected to the divine, we know we're going to receive, we trust we're going to receive, that nothing will, you know, we're protected. And if something doesn't come or it doesn't happen, it would have been for a reason, for a betterment or the evolving of, or for the, you know, next level of things. And that's after we go through that whole process of awakening all of the chakras and seeing from new perspectives, speaking new levels of awareness and truth and integrity, authenticity, loving self and others, becoming more powerful and confident, healing our relationship with ourselves and others, becoming creative, becoming balanced, becoming sacred space, to create sacred space for your ancestral lineage. Even if you don't give birth to a child, healing yourself will heal your lineage and the people who come after you and the people who came before you. And it takes a lot of work and dedication, but getting safe and secure in your physical vessel is the first step. And then going through all of that process up to here is that final step of all the chakras. And we are in the final levels of our Selenite healing now. So I will do a guided meditation next for your crown chakra. And then we're going to do the meditation activation for the Pleiadian, the Arcturian, the Lyran, the Andromedan, the Syrian. And I think, I can't remember if I know I did like a Syrian dolphin whale one. There's a whole bunch coming, but the whole ending of this is basically going to be meditations and activations, and then at the very end, I'll come back to be like, hey, yo, if you want to do your own workshops, if you want to host your own activation, and then I will say thank you very much, and we'll be done. So thank you guys very much. I do have a thing coming up on the 5th, 6th, and 7th. We're in August right now, 2023. 858687. All of the 9 Moonic Rites I'm doing live in a Facebook group. So if you want to sign up for that, on my website, divineessential.com. It's $50 for all 9 of them. 3-day event. And then on 8/8 Lionsgate, I'm doing the 4 Starrites for $44. If you need a payment plan for all of that, I'll do $10 a month for however long it makes sense. If you do the Starrites, which is $44, there'll be 1 month of $4. But there's people doing that. I don't mind. Thank you, Capri Badri Dodge in Brunei. Namaste.